So I've got a question now. This one is a good one. Do modern feminist movements help or hurt relationships, dating, and dynamics between men and women? What is your thought?
That's a spicy question.
It is a very spicy question. Question that needs an answer.
I mean, from my point of view, it hurts the relationship dynamics.
How so?
Well, because the roles are mixed. No one knows what am I supposed to do in the relationship? Like, what's my real role? What makes me feel valuable in this relationship? And it's like, where is the polarity? Because in order for you to be attracted to someone, he needs to embody the opposite energy of you. If I'm feminine, then I'm going to be attracted to a masculine man. If I'm masculine, then I'm going to be attracted to a feminine man. So feminist movement is like, we're equal, so we both have these energies and we're both going to be the same. You're going to treat me as you. But then my physical abilities are not like you. My body doesn't help me to do the things that you do. It's not powerful or strong enough, or you don't. I have my periods, you don't. I have a smaller body where you have a bigger body. So I feel like the feminism was just a movement that was needed at some point of time, but now it's just hurts the relationships.
Here's something I would say to add to what you've said. I feel like it lies it creates distortions about what women are really attracted to. So, for instance, in this conversation, been speaking about the fact that women are attracted to men who are strong and confident and dominant and X, Y, and Z. However, the feminist movement, from what I've seen, is telling women that is terrible and that they shouldn't want men who display those traits, and telling men that you shouldn't display these traits either. But you can't really fight biology, can you? No, your biology is your biology.
Exactly.
So you can tell me I shouldn't need oxygen to breathe as much as you want, but I freaking need oxygen to breathe. So then as a result, you have women who basically are told that they should want a certain sort of man, and it sounds good, and they believe it, they do. But then when they meet the man that's the kind of man that they believe they should want, they're not attracted. So I want a man who is nothing but kind and compassionate and very soft. And then that sounds good, because who wouldn't want a kind and compassionate man? But the thing is, and you should want that, there's nothing wrong with that, but that's not the inherent thing that's going to make the man attractive. But then you believe that it should do, and then that this man's going to be nice and soft, but then you meet him and I'm just not feeling the spark. So then she isn't interested in the man, but then the man who's been doing everything the right way, he's been what the world has told him he should be, he's now going home sexually frustrated and he's on Pornhub. I mean, this is what happens.
Okay.
Yeah. So yes, I do believe it hurts, but I get it as well, because here's the thing. We said that women are attracted to beings that are stronger than them.
Yeah.
If I was attracted to beings that were stronger than me, and I had been mistreated by some of those beings, that might really mess me up.
Yeah.
That might really fuck my head up. Because it's like, let's say I'm attracted to a man and I want a man to and impose his will on me, and when that happens, my body reacts, right? My body responds. Yeah, I become, anyway, I won't go too deep. But at the same time, I've been around some bad men who embodied that energy, which I found attractive. Or maybe I've seen it, like it happened to my sisters and my cousins, and those bad men did some terrible things, and I hate that. And I hate the fact that those men were like that. But I'm also attracted to it.
Yeah.
But I hate it. But I'm attracted, and it's like I kind of hate myself now.
Yeah.
I don't want to be attracted to that. I don't, but I am. And on my own, like in the privacy of my own hours, whenever I have private me time, that's what I'm thinking about. But I don't want to. And I'm trying to even focus on like a really nice man, but it just actually doesn't do it for me. But why won't it? And I think maybe if I could like restructure society, maybe that would help. So I'm on this like quest to crush that out of the world, but really it's because it's actually inside me and I can't come to terms with it.
It's messed up with our heads. with our energies. Yeah, and I feel like most relationships nowadays are falling apart because the man is not embodying his masculine energy and the woman is not embodying her feminine energy. And it's just being lost, you know, the attraction is being lost, the spark is being lost, the love is being lost. Yeah, eventually you can live with this person as your roommate or as just your friend, but then where is the spark, where is the attraction, where is the fire? This comes from polarities, as I said before. You know, it comes from the differences between those two energies that creates the spark. So this is what brings life in, you know, like the differences between men and women. So I feel like the best way to go about this is just women embody their femininity, men embodies their masculinity, you know, and enjoy.
Can you elaborate on polarities? Because you've mentioned that a couple of times, and there's probably lots of people who are listening who don't really know what that means.
So polarities is when you have like fire and water, you know? It's like two different energies that need each other to create. So feminine energy needs masculine energy to create. Masculine energy needs feminine energy to create. And that's why when there is a woman who is embodied in her femininity and a man who's embodied in his masculinity, they are unstoppable. They are a power couple. They can create money, abundance, fame, whatever they want. They can create babies. They can create family. You know, they can create whatever they want because these two forces are unstoppable. It's like when you combine like fire and water.
Is it like saying opposites attract? That's a phrase that we have in the
Yes, definitely. It's like the light and the darkness. One can't exist without the other. And at the same time, they add to each other. And together, they can create this world we live in. So when women are calling and saying we want masculine men, it's because the world now is ready for this, you know, for this shift, for this up-leveling, you know, because before this wasn't known, you know, all this talk about feminine, masculine energies. It's new talk. It's a new conversation that we are having. And we're having this conversation because the world is ready for this shift. And women are calling men to, because women did the work, you know, women have been doing the work of embodying their feminine energy, and they've been doing the work of like working on themselves and going through all these healing journeys. And
women in general.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, the most majority of women are doing this work now. Why are you looking at me like that?
We'll agree to disagree.
So you disagree with this?
I don't think most people are working on themselves.
Yeah, but the people who are working on themselves are mostly women. Isn't it true?
I don't know. So you know what? I have no way to say if that is right or wrong.
Okay.
No, I have no idea.
I mean, from what I witnessed, let's say in the Middle East, whenever there is a course for a popular like a teacher or healer or a guide or whatever, and you look at his audience, and 90% of this audience are women. Any sessions for like healing, self-improvement, it's mostly women. Men are catching up now, and that's because women are calling for that. Women are like, okay, I worked on myself, I did my part, I'm going through this healing journey, I've been through this like spiritual awakening. Like where is the man who's gonna match that? Where is the man who's gonna hold that? Because a woman who is like awake, can't connect with a man who's like still like, you know, like, where am I, what am I doing here, okay, I'm just gonna go work, eat, sleep, and do that again, you know.
When you say women working on themselves, so when it comes to self-help, there's multiple sort of facets of it. Spirituality is a part of it. Then there's like business, and then there's things that are more like not, which are related to improving yourself, but it's like say NLP or doing say breath work or things like this, where it's practical things that are designed to make your life better, but they're not necessarily say spiritual in nature. When you're speaking about working on yourself, are you talking about spiritual stuff? As in meditating and mushrooms or plant
self-awareness. Like, why are you here on this planet?
Because what I am trying to get at is, so I heard you say that it's generally women who are involved in self-help.
Yeah.
And so my initial reaction is to say, I don't think so. But that doesn't mean that you're wrong. So just because my gut reaction says I don't like that doesn't mean you're wrong. So I'm just trying to ask myself if that's actually true. So then I'm thinking, well, is it an issue about, say, like locality? Is it just that, say, men who are in the Middle East are just less likely to work on themselves? My Western stereotype wants to tell me that that's the case. But doesn't mean it is. That's what I think. Then I think, all right, so when I'm at some kind of spiritual thing, like, because if I go to a personal development seminar like Landmark Forum, which has nothing to do with spirituality, it's all just your mindset and your emotions and things like that, I'm totally seeing, like, it looks like 50-50. That's what I'm seeing. Okay. But, so I'm thinking, okay, so if I go to some spiritual thing, like in Bali or so, are there more women there than men? I think there are. I think there are. So that's why I was curious as to like what element you were speaking about. Because what I'm trying to say is the man who's at Landmark Forum or Landmark Forum, while you're not going to go to Landmark Forum and believe that you're this like immortal being that's living different lifetimes or whatever, you're still going to go there and learn things about yourself and better yourself as a person and be a better person to the partner that you're with. Loads of men are doing that. But again, the spiritual stuff, I feel like less men are doing, but I don't think it's as necessary. I mean, I don't think it matters as much which element of self-improvement the man is actually going down, as long as he's actually working on himself and his core beliefs and his limiting beliefs and things like that.
I can agree with that.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
What do you like most about men?
Well, the obvious answer is their masculine energy, and the confidence, the intelligence, the way that they carry themselves, and of course the physical appearance. Yeah.
When you say the way they carry themselves, what do you mean?
I mean, like,
what does it mean to carry yourself in a...
I mean, like, the way you feel about yourself usually shows in your body language. So it's like a body language that represents power, strength, intelligence. Like, I'm here, and I'm here. That kind of energy.
Who are some of the men you've admired the most? And it doesn't have to be in a sexual way, that's not what I mean. But say, like, in your life, when you think of like, oh, this man, and this man, who are men have like made
I don't know. Not many.
Well, there we go. That is quite telling. Not even like a character from a movie or something, right?
I mean, there are characters from movies.
Yeah, tell.
Thor.
Oh yeah. Chris Hemsworth, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know his name. Thor.
Okay. All right. Cool. And then.
Well, I'm gonna ask you this question. What do you like the most about women?
All right. And outside of the physical, let's get that by. I don't want to answer it that way.
I mean, you can.
No. Because when I ask you that question, I don't mean in terms of men you want to date. I just mean like about men.
Oh.
Just about men.
Oh.
What is it about men?
Oh,
it could be like a 70-year-old man.
I assumed.
Would
Okay,
that
yeah,
change your
but
answer?
it's still the same
Yeah.
answer. Yeah.
Okay, so there's a nurturing and healing side that either men don't have or men are conditioned to not show, but that women do have. You know, so you can rest your head on them. Like, I like that. I like the, let's say, the motherly energy of needing to look after you, which doesn't just say come from my mum. Say when I go to see my aunties, it's they have to make sure that I'm looked after. It's like I don't need the looking after.
Yeah.
Like I go
to
to
be
my auntie,
fed and
and
well rested.
yeah, and constantly shoving the food down my neck and things like that. Like, I like that a lot.
Yeah.
So that's what I would say.
I like that too.
Now, women, yeah, it's good. Right? Women I've admired. So there is my mum.
Oh.
Yeah, my mum doesn't know the meaning of the word give up.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not in her vocabulary. So I like that about my mum. Woman from fiction.
I have a question for you. What are some of the most valuable dating advices you can give for women? Well, because you are a men dating coach, so I'm sure you have some valuable advices. Valuable advice.
There we go. There you go. Okay, so one I would say is this. So let's say if you're on this applies to dating apps or just the real world, but you need the right bait to catch a fish, which is this. If there's a certain type of man that you want to meet, you have to honestly ask yourself how you're going to get in front of that man. Whether or not, so let's say it's just like, oh, you want to meet a millionaire. Okay, cool. Right, you want to meet a millionaire. Well, do you have what that millionaire wants? Like, what is this millionaire man likely to want in a woman? Okay, cool. Where is that millionaire man likely to be? Because if you want to meet a millionaire, you got to be in front of men who are millionaires.
Yeah.
So where's he going to be in the real world? And you got to start going to those places. Another one is, how would you attract that man on a dating site? So, for instance, I had a female friend who did not like the men that she attracted on dating apps. She said that those men were all very, well, undesirable. But then I looked at her pictures, and her pictures were of her looking undesirable. Yeah, very unflattering clothes, baggy this, baggy that. There was nothing about her that says, I'm a feminine woman that's going to attract a certain type of man. So I was like, what the freak are we doing with these pictures? Let's switch them up. Let's get some nice cocktail dresses. Let's get some shots of you in bars and things like that. Images that are going to resonate with the kind of man that you said to me that you wanted. She changed those pictures. All of a sudden, she was attracting way better men. Or men that like resonated with her. So that's what I'd say. What I have seen women tend to do, like a big mistake, is that they will apply for a job and be like, okay, so I have to make sure I seem like the most qualified person for this role and how my work history ties into this and things like that. But then when it comes to dating, it's like it should just osmosis with zero thought. So that is what I would say.
Very interesting. Thank you so much.
You are welcome.